Well, Hellfire, it is RockdaRiff, and I am back for another Metalhead Envy. Hopefully my audio is doing better. I noticed I was gonna clip out some stuff for my stream, and I noticed that my mic was like, I have a limiter on it, so I know when I get loud, it might try to like cut me off and shit like that. I'm trying to figure out how to do that better. Uh, but I am not as tech savvy as I'd like to be. And back with some more King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. So here we are, the final chapter of Murder of the Universe. Uh, I want to say thank you to everybody that checked out my video of chapter 2 and didn't hate on me. I know that maybe there was parts of chapter 2 that really didn't click with me as much. Certain things, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but when certain things are just repeated a particular way, it begins to drive me nuts, drive me insane. But everybody was like, "Yo, wait till you get to chapter 3. Chapter 3 is where all the crazy cool stuff really is." And so I'm still excited to see it. I still want to say that I'm already, I think, a big King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard fan. Uh Technically they could do no wrong. But yes, I do agree with people in the sense that, and I've said in a lot of older reaction videos and everything, that it's like there's so much music out there, and it spans so far. So there's people are gonna like this, people are gonna not like this, and it's awesome, man. I still feel like we can have conversations and be cool with one another. We don't have to shit on each other. So I just want to say once again to the King Giz fan base that I'm so glad that y'all are not toxic like some other fan bases that I have had to interact with here on YouTube. But let's get to this third chapter. Alrighty, like that.
Impertinent and ignorant, deathless and restless,
Deathless and restless.
cold, contrite cowards, digitized satellite, augmented entities, unremembered God. The world fades to black. Digital black. Welcome to an altered future.
Yeah, okay. I'm down with this already. I was so worried because it started off with that same little bing bing creepy set of notes that the main dude has been playing. But it feels like we're gonna change it up enough. That, I guess that would be one way to word it is like I'm not thinking the last one I was like if the tempo had been fluctuating a bit more, I feel like the repetition of certain things wouldn't have got to me as bad. But yeah, let's see. I want to go into this completely positive. I want to come out of this third chapter fucking raving and ranting and just deeper into the King Giz universe. Despondent, lugubrious, no future. We turn down bodies to computer. We are all nature abuser. No future, computer abuser. I can tell every day I skate, all the whiteness turns to gray, all the gray to Siberian, as the black is setting. one dude. It's like he knows the camera's zooming in on him. He just has to get to the face. That's pretty funny. I'm already digging the hell out of Digital Black. I could say that this is it's still got the theming, but it's changed up just enough. Changed up just enough not to like aggravate me. That's a strong word to use. I don't want to use that word, but I don't know any other way to describe it when something it's like if somebody sit here and just played the same arpeggio for 5 minutes. I don't care who you are. Even if guitar is something you just like myself, I love guitar. I play a lot of guitar. It's my bread and butter. But if you played the same arpeggio for 5 minutes, I would walk into the room and be like, "Yo, play something different." And so, yeah, I'm digging Digital Black so far. I'm also like really big into sci-fi and androids and shit like that. So I'm already kind of with the whole confused cyborg thing.
The last who feels the pain from the wound. The last to be birthed from the flesh of the womb. Wretched life in this altered place. There must be more I can embrace.
Pretty chaotic. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. This dude's got some clever vocal lines and tricks, man. And we're gonna get ball rock, ball rock. Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
Hello,
Okay.
my name is Tyumi.
This is so cool. I love the filter on this video. I feel like the old movie Easy Rider. Like it's just I feel like this is from that era and it's fantastic. I love Easy Rider. So as it sits now, I know I've still got the rest of this chapter to go, and I hope y'all bear with me. It's gonna be a long one, like the last one, because I tend to run my mouth a little. I run my mouth a little bit sometimes. But as it sets, I think Alter Beast 4 and Digital Black. I really did like Acrid Corpse too, though. But Acrid Corpse was so short. To me, that was the one. Somebody was talking about. They made a comment, and it was a pretty good comment. I wish I remember the handle right now, but they were like, "Yeah, you said that Acrid Corpse should be the Balrog. Well, technically, that's what the lightning god turned him into." I thought that was funnier than hell. But the music of Acrid Corpse to me should have been the Balrog's theme, just to give it good contrast and everything. But yeah, Digital Black. I dig the hell out of Digital Black. Digital. That shit was slick. I'm excited for the rest of this chapter. Everybody was like, yo, chapter 3's got most of the stuff going on for this record. But Alter Beast 4, Digital, or Alter Beast 4, Acrid Corpse, and Digital Black so far.
Hello, my name is Tyumi. I am a cyborg. Born, if you may call it that, in a world that is dense and black. Created without a desire to draw breath, without a desire to have being, without a yearning just to be. It's like cool. My desire back, my life back, my soul back, my humanity. Oh, how I long for it. For an era I have meditated,
sound effect.
like the primordial Buddha beneath the body. My pseudo-mind, pseudo-wonder.
Yeah.
I climbed and I clambered, and I ambled upon some understanding. The gold beneath the virtual rainbow. I am bereft of two human things. Two things that a cyborg can never do. Two things that I strive for. Two things between myself and mankind. Death and the vomit. I want the perspiration. I want the nausea.
Damn. The instrumentation of this is fan-fucking-tastic. I think the spoken word is a very cool idea. But now I'm kind of like, yo, the instrumentation's so good, and you're kind of hiding it. You're hiding it a little too much underneath this. But there and again, there's people that are the opposite of me that really focus on like lyrics and stuff. Like I've had a few people comment like, "Yo, you need to read the lyrics while you're doing this," and I get that. That's probably a really cool experience too because you actually get to see and know for sure what the story is. RockdaRiff. If I speak about myself in the third person, lyrics and vocals are normally like one of the last things I focus on when it comes to music. I'm such about the instrumental. I play in a progressive instrumental metal band myself. We don't have a vocalist, so I love the instrumentation before I ever really start thinking about what's the lyric saying and where's the vocals and everything going. And I love this instrumentation so much so far. I kind of wish the spoken word would. I wish it was spaced out a bit more. But there and again, it is cool because, I mean, I don't think I've ever heard a cyborg have a song. The cyborg having a song is pretty cool idea. I can get behind that.
I want the perspiration. I want the nausea. I want to be sick. I want to feel the hot, piquant nuggets. I wanted to find passage through my cold figure. I want to make a mess. I want the odor. I want the spectacle. And I want it again. I want it all.
I'm gonna say
and
that.
I would like to die. A noble death.
Come back from the ad, and I would like to die. Watch me get hit with the ad again.
I want it all. And I would like to die. A noble death. Or a coward's death. A hero's death. Or a lonely death. To die in the arms of a lover. Or the arms of an alien. I desire my
in the arms of an alien
to pulsate through my quasi-synapses. And then to be gone. Expired. Perished. Fallen. Dead. Forevermore.
Yeah, this video is so cool. It's like when your computer falls asleep. Like, like, this is the best screensaver stuff I've ever seen in my life, bro. Yeah, I really dig that instrumentation. I wonder if there's a version out there of this track without the spoken word cyborg stuff. I know that's terrible. I shouldn't say that because it's part of the music. The spoken word thing is part of the music, but and the speech definitely. It's like I'm sitting here listening to this, and I'm thinking of that movie Robin Williams did, where he was a cyborg, or he was like an android or a cyborg or whatever, and he slowly started becoming human. Bicentennial Man, I think was the name of it. Fucking such a heartfelt movie. And that's what this makes me think of. Tyumi, the confused cyborg. I don't think I pronounced his name right. But that was interesting. The instrumentation of that is fantastic. I think that instrumentation is so good that I'll be listening to it over and over and dealing with the spoken word cyborg.
So I built a machine, a human machine. I made it with steel and soy
protein. Monk machine.
Born from a test tube and into a vat to live and happy and to die just like that.
Vomit coffin.
I don't feel blessed with a bonnet in my chest. I feel like coffee. Vomit coffin. Vomit coffin. Vomit coffin.
All right now.
Vomit coffin. Wheezy green, rotten skull.
And when I
like that. Oh, man, the way some of the routes they take in some of their songs, to me, I try to put myself as a fly in the studio or wherever their practice space when they're writing and recording these. Some of these definitely feel like jam songs that the concept came later. Maybe that's the route they always take. I'm not sure. I don't. Besides what videos I have checked out of King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard, I don't know much else about them. But just from the way that these things go, it's like, yeah, it was hey guys, we're all a little tipsy or high or whatever their vice is. Could be completely sober, but it just seems like the guys were together when they were jamming like a motherfucker. And I've done that. I've done that plenty of times. Hell, one of the songs that we're gonna start promoting in my own band is the last one we just recorded. It ended up becoming it's almost 9 minutes long, our longest song we've ever wrote. And how it was created was I had bought this Line 6 Stomp Box pedal for my pedal board. I went into the process of buying it, and I was like, man, what's a pedal that basically has, for a certain price, gives me access to 1,000 different sounds and stuff like that. And found that one, started tinkering around with sounds. My other guitarist fired up a joint, and we were outside smoking, and I got so fucking high. Super duper fucking high. Came back in and started fucking around with that pedal board, that box, that Line 6 Stomp. And after about 2 hours of just straight up jamming, a bass line concept was created for this song. And maybe that's another thing I'm digging about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, because I hear that too within their stuff. Like it just sounds like the ultimate planned jam song, as planned as you can be for a jamming song, if that makes any sense. Because you got some clever stuff. I feel like Digital Black and Vomit Coffin are in the same wheelhouse. Of course, they're in the same chapter, so that's part of it. But Digital Black had a little bit more cleverness going on within it. And then Vomit Coffin's here, and we get back to that Vomit Coffin. But there again, I'm not saying this to hate, just thoughts off the top of my head as I'm checking it out.
And when I declared my design, like Frankenstein's monster, I am your father, I am your god, and you the magic that I conjure.
Ooh!
The thankless swine, the blasphemous joke. My creature had no love for me, which made me berserk.
I am covered in vomit. I am coated in sick. I have no name and no place. This is no way to live.
Damn, I thought we was gonna get a crazy
So
solo.
I took
for a
over my
second.
creation, the spew-coated protein. I plugged myself in and became one with machine.
I don't feel blessed with the vomit in my neck. I feel like death. Vomit coffin. Vomit coffin. Vomit coffin. Vomit coffin. Filthy green, rotten skull. Vomit, 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 vomit.
The spatter becomes a spray, the spray becomes
Alright.
a stream, and the stream.
So we are now on the final track. Yeah. Bit too much of the spoken word for me. A bit too much of the spoken word for me, but I get it. It's the story and everything. Vomit Coffin wasn't bad, but they actually started to do a little bit of guitar lead work. Maybe that's part of my thing too, is coming off of Petro Draconic into this album and hearing all the crazy lead work they were pulling off in that one. And I've been missing that for Murder of the Universe. I don't feel like that's been a bigger thing on this album. But I don't mind Vomit Coffin. It may like, so there's like the classic, I don't know what it is about Vomit Coffin. It makes me feel like that literally was a song from a long time ago. Long time ago. I'm hoping my audio is good. I look over at OBS when I talk sometimes, and I try to stay in a certain frame, but then I try to not peak it too much and everything. I don't want to blow people's eardrums out. Plus, that mic will just cut off my voice if I get too loud and shit like that. But yeah, that whole style of Vomit Coffin, dum 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 dum, Vomit Coffin, boom boom boom. People were like saying that once I go through these songs and certain songs will come back and the repetition won't bother me as bad because I'll be more ingrained into the universe. And I'm starting to agree with them. Like even with Vomit Coffin now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I think that would be one that would be the earworm. Like the song on Petro Dragonic that at first didn't really click with me, is now almost the biggest earworm of the album to me, which is converge, converge, converge. Like, I don't know what it is. I laugh my ass off thinking about that part. And so now I feel like Vomit Coffin might be the earworm of this album. This will be the one that I'm like fucking with people walking around. Vomit Coffin. But let's get this last one knocked out. Murder of the Universe. Hell yeah.
The spray becomes a stream, and the stream becomes a waterfall. Munt is finally cascading from my input. The creeping sick moves from my breath and into my heart, where it is pumped to every inch of my body. I feel it snake through the knots of my deepest veins and eats through the walls of my cells. It bleeds through the pores of my skin, and it smells good. It drops from my crotch onto the floor, and with a heavy slap it hits the ground and spreads inside my body. The pressure is too great, and like some ancient geyser I erupt.
You probably know me
Why would you put
If
the
you know me
ad
at
right in the
all.
middle of the fuck?
as someone who does.
My head hits the roof and my body breaks, and like some
I don't mind ads at the beginning of a video and at the end of a video. I mean, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut before they shut me down.
It hits the ground and spreads inside my body. The pressure is too great, and like some ancient geyser I erupt. My head hits the roof and my body breaks apart with the force of the liquid blast. Vomit bomb, chunky shrapnel tears through everything around me. I am vomiting. I grow into spurs. Bleeding through walls, I force myself upon others. I slide up legs and crawl down throats. I integrate. I am double, triple. I am 10 times the size. I turn lakes into porridge and buildings into bile. I am a noxious soup, filling valleys with vomit torrents. Castles crumble in landslides and I munch the rubble. It tastes good. 10,000 times bigger. I seep into power sockets and travel along the wires at the speed of
Cyborg
light
losing it.
across vast electrical networks. Digitize.
Damn it to hell. I did not mean to do that. I meant to pause it. Where was that at?
Where are you supposed to be?
Hey! Yeah, they are running this whole spoken word cyborg stuff. I don't know. To me, it's running it into the ground, but at the same time, it does work for the whole concept and the theme and the cyborg. I was gonna say before I fucked up and backed all the way up there that it sounds like Hantunami, his voice is starting to degrade. And maybe the whole amount of spoken word and the ranting about everything is like a sign that the actual computer chip, his brain, is starting to degrade a little bit too fast, too much.
Tears through everything around me. I am vomiting. I grow into spurs. Bleeding through walls, I force myself upon others. I slide up legs and crawl down throats. I integrate. I am double, triple. I am 10 times the size. I turn lakes into porridge and buildings into bile. I am a noxious soup, filling valleys with vomit torrents. Castles crumble in landslides and I munch the rubble. It tastes good. 10,000 times bigger. I seep into power sockets and travel along the wires at the speed of light across vast electrical networks. I am electric. I am on fire. This is sex. I am every one and every zero. 1 million. I am supercharged, flaming fume storming every cell, molecule and atom I can find. I am cancer. I am flying. I am a rainbow unfurling across the sky. I am floating. I am omni. 500 million. The world is my interior. It no longer spins. It is altered. My density forces me outward. I am in orbit. 1 billion. I am Saturn's rings and Jupiter's storms. I am the weather.
Yeah.
I am the sun's heat. I am the night sky. 500 billion.
You are the goddamn villain of a Bond movie and monologuing. That's for sure, Han. Holy shit. No wonder James Bond, like, whooped everybody's ass if they talked this much. Jesus Christ, bro. At first, I had sympathy for you. Now I'm like, yo, somebody shoot a rocket at this motherfucker. God damn, Han.
Rings and Jupiter's storms. I am the weather. I am the sun's heat. I am the night sky. 500 billion. The solar system is viewed. To the Cooper belt and beyond, I fill the void. Exploding suns vomit comets. Comets vomit acid rain. Spilled milk over the Milky Way. 1 trillion. The stars are my cells. Racing faster outwards, upwards, downwards, inwards, losing track of my place in the vomit. First, every nowhere. I am heavy. I am gravity. Nebulous pregnant with bath pulsation. First, expansion. I shoot arrows of time in all directions. I am a black hole shitting into the void. I go through the skin of perception.
Oh, dude, okay. It's a going on and on and on and on. But that dude has had some funny lines. That almost takes the cake. He's got so many lines. I'm sitting here racking my brain trying to think of every one of them that I've actually thought was kind of clever. That one was my favorite so far. I'm a black hole shitting into the void. I like that one. I'm a black hole shitting into the void.
My place in the vomit. First, every nowhere. I am heavy. I am gravity. Nebulous pregnant with bath pulsation. First, expansion. I shoot arrows of time in all directions. I am a black hole shitting into the void. I tear through the skin of perception and into the next nonillion. The cosmic microtone background becomes transparent. Like rising down, one soaks into the walls of the cosmos and it topples like soggy breath. I am dark energy accelerating. Multiverse, entanglement. I am time.
Alright,
Centered in. Time missing. Critical density. Contraction. Singularity. Everything and nothing. Life and death. Murder of the universe.
Yeah, I like his voice degrade and all that. Alright. That's a wrap on Murder of the Universe. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit. That is a journey. That is a journey. There we go. Oh, me. Not a bad album. I don't think I like it as much as Petra Draconic. I feel like Dragonic has a theme, has a concept, a world, which I know it's all part of the same Gizverse, I guess. But they definitely went about having the cool mixture of the musicality and the story. Good blend of the two. Pacing was a little bit better, if that's a way to phrase it. Murder the Universe isn't bad. I think I was a little more excited for it than I'd put it up on the pedestal a bit more than what's here. Like I was saying, I think Altered Beast for uh Digital Black. Those are the two that I'm like, an Acrid Corpse. Those are the three that really stood out to me. Vomit Coffin's not bad either. I'm sorry, but the actual title track, Jesus fucking Christ. God damn, man. I mean, it's cool that the spoken word thing is going on. And if I could sit here and block out the cyborg talking, musicality, what they're doing in the background, they are jamming like some motherfuckers, man. I know they're having a good time jamming. I've done that. I've done that myself when I first started working with other musicians and playing guitar with random people and stuff. That's how a jam session would go. Like, I mean, you just fucking, you play something for 15 minutes straight in the same key, in the same wheelhouse, and just everybody trade licks and fucking just having a good old time. I dig that aspect. I think part of that's what makes me dig King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and part of that's what makes me like this album to a certain degree. Uh, but if I have to give it horns, if I have to give it some horns, I'd have to go with 8 out of 10 horns for Murder the Universe. I do love the musicality. I actually like the first chapter. I like the first chapter. I don't know what it is. That to me gives me the most Pink Floydy vibes. The second chapter, second chapter's all right. To me, it's a bit of a run on. Uh, this third chapter, definitely will agree with the comments on the last one that this one's the more. I think chapter 3 is a little more thought out. I feel like this is the first chapter that they wrote. I feel like this is the chapter that they wrote it first, and then the other two come after. Even though the order, this is the last of the order, but just like the hardest points of the concept are within this record. I was so hoping Murder the Universe was actually going to be like a full on song, how they did Vomit Coffin and Digital Black. I was hoping that this was the only like long spoken word section of chapter 3. But this shit right here, God. This shit right here, they wore that shit into the fucking ground, bro. It's so like it's got so much spoken word that I'd have to listen to that section 20 times just to pick out everything that Han said. I feel like that was wrote. I feel like the spoken word section was wrote and put over top of that after the jamming back there. And whoever did it and was like however they create, I don't know how they created it, but I'm assuming like typing it into some kind of program. And they were just so fucking high. They were super duper high, and they were thinking of any like smart sounding, clever way of talking about how us as a society, how mankind human beings can just be terrible, shitty people. And then like whatever space, like it that was a fucking trip for sure. But I am so glad that I have checked out this album. That's the thing is I they King Gizzard is so interesting to me. Even the albums that might not musically uh scratch my scratch my back or whatever you want to call it. Whatever whatever they do, I think is interesting to check out, period. Doesn't matter whether or not I'm gonna really, really dig it or slightly dig it. I don't think I'm ever gonna hate, like truly despise anything this band does because I admire the talent and I admire the musicianship. Uh, they're all fan fucking tastic people. I haven't heard any interviews of these guys, but I'm already like, yo, I want to jam with y'all and I want to have a beer or two and pick y'all's brain. So that's settled. I hope people that take the time to check out my journey through King Giz understand that even though I'll sit here and make jokes and rant on certain things that they do, it's not out of negativity at all. I really am digging the fuck out of this band. And so now we've made it to the end. This was a long one. I knew it would be. Test y'all out. I'm going to let y'all do another vote again on which album I should do next. So Nonagon Infinity was the planned album. That was what I had planned on doing next. But the last video, people were giving me a lot of comments saying that Nonagon Infinity is very extremely similar to Murder of the Universe. And they were saying stuff like, well, maybe you should check out another album that's just completely left field for King Gizzard. That way before you get back into the more hard rock stuff, you go see all the other crazy cool stuff that they do. And I'm excited for that too. Like, somebody I was with was laughing at some of the music I played around them because they looked at me and they was like, yo, I thought you would only listen to like that kind of metal all the time. I was like, no, I love all kinds of different music. Really, I'm a metalhead. I like lo-fi electronic chill bump stuff. I mean, I would say the only genres that I'm not like completely 100% gung-ho behind is country. I'm not the biggest fan of modern country. And I'm not the biggest fan of punk. Which y'all might hate me for saying that, but either way, y'all leave me some comments. I want to know y'all's thoughts, but at the same time, if you have an album suggestion for me to check out, and this is because I get so many, or I get so many normally, just pick one album. I know most people are like, well, I can't choose. Like, I won't Enter the My Fuzz and Polygon and Dancing Banana and like, just if you have a comment, just leave one album suggestion because once again, I'm gonna go through the comments and I'm gonna pick which ones I see get picked the most often, and then I'll go from there and everything, or get mentioned the most often, and then I'm gonna go from there. But thank y'all so much for taking time to check out my stuff. I really, really, really do appreciate it. I love doing this here on YouTube. Hopefully one day I'll be able to do this full time, and it's only going to happen with y'all. So if it's your first time here, like, comment, subscribe, and stay positive, stay rocking. I'll catch y'all in the next one.